Hi, this is David Skarica, editor of addicted2profits.net. And today with me is Bruce. Bruce, if I have pronounced, I know your name wrong, Braganolo?
Braganolo is good enough.
Braganolo, yeah. It's very Italian. So,
You got it.
you're the CEO of Regency Silver, which trades under RSMX on the venture. So, first, I guess you can start off by telling us a tiny bit about the company, but I think we're going to get right into it because you guys, I own a bit of the stock, I have for a while. You guys just started trading last year, came out in a terrible market, but weathered the storm very well. And the stock's slowly kind of moving higher here. And you've just had some good news on a resource update. And I think you're in Mexico right now, and the company is drilling your project right now.
You got it. That's right. We started our first drill program last June, and our first hole hit what we can only call a very good result from hole one. Just if you just back it up one more page to page 7, what we did is we drilled down dip from the existing historical silver mine, and we drilled through an IP anomaly. And that IP anomaly didn't look like the silver mine. So we always had the view that it was different than the silver mine. And sure enough, it was. I mean, it's way better than the silver mine. We hit almost 36 meters of 6.84 grams per ton of gold, 21 grams of silver, and 0.88% copper. So a very high value intercept. And to put it in perspective, that's a 10-story building full of mineralization. The larger intercept was a 16-story building of mineralization, which is 53.8 meters. So we've hit a big structure. Right now we have a drill turning, and if you let me share the screen with you, I could show you the drill. So it's very interesting to I just love watching equipment working. So it's phenomenal to be back drilling again. You have to go out and raise money and get your drill program lined up. You have to get your assays back for one thing. Then you have to assess what you've done. So we're drilling only 50 meters away from hole one. We're drilling to the south now, which we think is up dip. And then we're going to put a hole another 50 meters to the north, which we think is down dip. So then we're going to put 2 more holes, one to the east and one to the west, and then we'll have a good idea at that point of where we're at in the system. And we've got a model, and we just need to figure out where we are in the model. And if you could bring that up on the screen, David, I'm going to stop sharing here. It's not loading. Yeah, you could bring up slide 8. This is our model. We feel, and based on the results of hole one, the evidence is that we're somewhere in the middle part of a porphyry system or hydrothermal. We're in the hydrothermal breccia part of it. You can see the brecciation in hole 2201 from last summer, and this looks very similar. You can see the host rock to the sides. You can see the infill mineralization with quartz, pyrite, chalcopyrite. That particular piece of core contains 7.2 grams of gold, 212 grams of silver, and 3.74% copper. So that's a very good intercept. And now we're just doing follow-up work to see how big it is, really. That's the question now. So we're of the view that these next few holes will validate the model and provide us more evidence of where we are in the system. So it's nice to see the drill turning. I'm going to try to load the video of the drill turning here, but
yeah, I'm just putting up the stock to actually show you. You can see, you guys actually hit a low of what, 7-8 cents back.
6.5. I remember it well.
Yeah. And then it's done very well in the last 6 months. You can see you're up to 29 cents. Still only has a $21 million roughly market cap, but yeah, I've got the chart up there. So yeah, and like I said, it wasn't, I remember when that happened, it wasn't your fault at all. It was just the market was just completely horrible for juniors until about the fall. So it's, and your IPO price was 25 cents. So you're really not trading that much above that. So
No, it's
put in
you know
perspective.
it is remarkable. We also drilled over by the existing silver mine,
Okay.
and we managed to get some good results from our drilling at the silver mine. And we just announced a 11.375 million ounce silver resource.
Let me
So if you look
stop
at our
sharing.
market cap,
Maybe you'll be able to get it up when I stop. So I'm going to stop now, and then you can
okay,
get that up, you know? So I stopped. Yeah. There you go.
all right. So here we are.
Yeah.
Just gonna. That's the next hole being drilled. That was last Sunday. So we're drilling away right now. We've got a 4-hole at least program plan. What we'd like to do is just keep the drill turning, and you know, keep at it. So we've got an IP program that we're working on right now as well. We're about we're almost a quarter of the way through the IP program, which is designed to go deeper into the IP anomaly and show us what we hit at depth. So we'll get a lot of information out of that. That should be finished off by and analyzed by the end of February. So
Okay.
it's been a lot of work. Guys are climbing up and down the hills and putting IP nodes up and hammering spikes into the ground to get the current. So it's you can see all of this on a video that we posted on our website.
Yeah. I'll put
So,
underneath this interview, I'll post a link to that so people can just.
yeah, perfect. That shows
Yeah.
in more detail. It's about a 6-minute video,
Okay.
and it shows the work that's going on at Dios Padre. So listen, we're overall we're extremely excited. You know, we've hit something that I haven't seen before in Mexico. The grades are phenomenal. Now it's just a question of figuring out how big the system is, because I have not seen a system like that in Mexico. I've been all over the country for years. I haven't seen anything like that hole. It leads me to believe we're onto something much bigger.
And I think, you know, like I said, the market's reacting a bit to that too, because the stock is acting quite, like, you know, obviously it's hopefully just getting started, but it is acting quite well as well. So in terms of, okay, after this, you're talking about the end of February, that program kind of being complete. What are you looking at doing the rest of the year then?
We're going to keep drilling.
Okay.
All the evidence is that we're going to need a lot of drilling over the course of the next 18 months. So our plan is to drill in total anywhere from 50 to 70,000 meters, depending on the depth of the holes, and come up with a resource within 18 months. That's going to require a couple more drills. So this next, we've got one drill on site right now. The program we're conducting right now will give us a lot of information that will lead us to a bigger program in our view.
Okay. So
And
maybe you'll come back in March and we'll get an update on that program.
yeah, we should have the 4 holes finished by March, and
March
we'll
or
have the
April.
IP. Well, we'll have the holes finished. We won't have the results out yet. It takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get assay results back. So, but that drill, our plan is to keep that one drill on site, and then bring in 2 more drills after we get the IP and the results of at least visuals from our drilling. So we've got big plans for Dios Padre, and the drill is going to tell the tale for us. Already it's done a good job telling us what's there. And you know, the resource, the reason we updated the resource is, you know, we really feel there's an extension of the Dios Padre silver mine as well. Evidence is that there's more gold in the system to the east. So we just got to keep drilling over there as well at some point. But the main focus And you know, the reason we drilled into the silver anomaly is to give us a backstop for our valuation. So that you can see we're trading at around $2 Canadian per silver ounce right now,
So,
a bit
okay,
less than
yeah,
that.
which is, I know of quite a bit of discount compared to peers with similar type resources and results.
Yeah, and in a decent market, that was a lot higher a couple of years ago.
Ago. Yeah, yeah. And it's like silver's back up to almost 25. So it's not like we're in these, a terrible market for the actual price of silver at the moment.
Yeah, I try to stay away from the macro picture and overall because everybody's got a view on that. But it does look like we're in a market that's going higher, and at some point, the stock should start reflecting the price of the metals because the price of the metals is pretty good in this range. Historically, it's pretty good.
Yeah, no, it is pretty good. I think you're seeing that, which often happens in these cycles where the juniors are lagging a bit right now, and maybe when those prices stick for 3 or 6 months, I think you'll see money move into that sector. So
Yeah,
like
it's
I said,
kind of a
just
stealth bull market that's happening right
yeah,
now.
yeah, it really is. It's like I've had like a few deals like yours, just kind of that I invested in, like slowly move higher, but like really, it's like nobody is talking about it. Maybe just because people are a little gun shy because last year was such a bad year, but no one really seems that enthusiastic or bullish, which is great because that's what you want to see early on in a bull market. You want to see that kind of like people with the psychology that they don't believe in it. They're
Yeah, you
apprehensive.
want to see that wall of worry.
The
It's
wall of
when
worry, yeah.
everybody's on the same side of the ship and they're all bullish.
Yeah, yeah.
That's when you start to worry, not
Yeah,
now.
I remember in 2020, I got a little bit worried after COVID because everyone was like, "Oh, they're going to be printing all this money," and everyone was bullish on PMs then, thinking like, "Okay, like how?" Yeah, and then they essentially peaked out, and had a
Yeah.
and in 2021 wasn't. Oh, sorry, 2021 was bad, or no, it was mediocre, but 2022 was terrible. So that just shows, like you said, you want that wall of worry and you want that you want people questioning the move. So anyhow, like I said, like it's exciting. Like I said, you pulled a great bunch of great holes and had an update on the resource, so hopefully things continue to do well.
Yeah, we're working on it, that's for sure.
Yeah. And how long are you going to be in Mexico for, just to finish off here?
Oh, I'll be here for another couple of weeks. And then back to Canada and then back down again to finish off the program.
Okay, that's great. Well,
Yeah, we've been very fortunate in that director Mike Tucker, who has been largely responsible for the find at Dios Padre, is back and forth as well. So we've got a very good crew on the ground. So it's and the roundup's on this weekend as well in Canada. So Mike Tucker is at the roundup. If
okay.
anybody's there, they can visit him at the Core Shack
Yeah, and that's of course in Vancouver. So for
in
people,
Vancouver, right?
not everyone knows. I have a lot of international subscribers who might not know where that is. But yeah. But
Yeah.
if you're at the Roundup in Vancouver, and I know I have a lot of subscribers in Vancouver, well, visit Mike Tucker at the
Mike Tucker, head geologist for Regency Silver, and you can visit him at the Core Shack.
Okay, perfect. And I'll have to, just so you know, we're doing this on a Tuesday. I'll have this out a Wednesday morning, so he'll still be there by the time this comes out. So
Okay, good. And don't forget to go to the video on the website.
yeah, I'll have the video and I'll have the PDF up underneath this video as well. Our interview.
Good. All right.
Okay.
Well, good talking to you again, Dave.
Yeah, nice talking with you. So, and take care. Like I said, we'll talk maybe in April or something like that when you get some of the results through in.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.